Lindsay, and I'm going to do my demonstration speech today. So, have you ever gone out to eat at a Mexican restaurant and found yourself asking for a basket full of chips, followed by a basket full of chips, to the point that you're so full that you don't even have room for your chalupa that you ordered as your entree? Me too. Every time. And let me tell you, the reason is not because of the chips. It's because of the salsa. That's why I have created my own homemade, better than Mexican restaurant salsa. And I'm going to teach you the recipe today. So, the first thing that you need to know about making this better than Mexican restaurant salsa is that you can't mess the recipe up. As long as you like the ingredients that you're adding, it will inevitably taste wonderful at the end of it. The other thing that you need to know about making this salsa is that it always turns out better if you have a little drink while you're making it. Usually, I prefer Mexican cerveza, just to stay with the theme, but if not, vino's good in a pinch. Cheers. Alright, and then the last thing that you need to know about making this salsa is that you should always use fresh ingredients. That is really the key. And I have parents that have a garden, so I get all of my fresh vegetables for free. But if you're not so lucky, you can also find them at your local farmer's market. Alright, so the first thing you have to do when making this is to get out your food processor. Blender also works just as well. And the first ingredient that you put in is tomatoes. Tomatoes are really essential to the salsa. Today I'm going to do about 5 whole tomatoes that we've quartered. I'm going to dump them right in like this. Right in, make sure they're all around there. I'm also going to add a little bit of onion. I like to do a little bit of a mix between green onion and a yellow onion, about a half a cup of each. So I'm just going to, and that's pre-diced. Oh, another essential ingredient to the salsa is having a sous chef to slice everything for you before you start. Okay! Thank you, sous chef. Oh yes, and also included in this onion mixture are 4 cloves of garlic. Garlic you really need to have in there too for flavor. So I'm just going to dump that all in like that. I'm going to put on my Ninja top like so. Like this. And I'll make sure that it's all clicked in there. And then just plug your ears if you don't like loud sound. Make sure that you mix it so that it's well blended, kind of like a puree almost. Like so, okay? And then I'm going to take the top off again, if you're using a Ninja, like so, and add my next ingredient, which are black olives. Now with black olives, you do kind of just dump these in per taste. So I'm going to start with about a handful of black olives, just to add a little bit of that olive flavor, like so. Alright, put the lid back on one more time. Like so. Again, plug your ears if you don't like loud noises. Make sure those olives get mixed in really nicely. Looking pretty good. Take that off. And now we're going to add a little bit of fresh jalapeno and chili. Now this is the part that you can make a shortcut with if you're a little bit lazy sometimes. And do the chili from a can. If you do the chili from a can, do about 1 small can of chili. And the jalapeno here, do a small jalapeno. The secret to jalapenos is, however, when you're slicing them open and de-seeding them, make sure that you wear gloves. The seeds are actually the hottest part of the jalapenos, so things can really go awry. Say if a jalapeno seed gets stuck underneath your fingernail. Not fun for anyone. So I'm just going to dump my chili and jalapeno mixture in like so. Put a little bit of fresh cilantro as well. And with the cilantro, you don't need to chop it up at all because the blender or food processor or bullet, whatever you're using, is going to do the job for you. That's the best part about this, is really your blending device is going to do most of the work here, or your sous chef. Alright, so I'm going to put this back on, like so, and plug your ears again. Oh. this. Make sure it's locked in place. Like that. There. Let's just squeeze it up. Oh, there it is. Blend it up again so there's a nice puree, like so. Next we're going to add the limes. Now with limes you need to roll them like so on your counter, whole limes, so that the juice gets just about right. Now these limes actually have been pre-rolled for us today by my lovely sous chef, so I'm just going to go in each a little nice roll like so, cut them in half, like this, and put it in like so, put it in like so. And how much juice you're going to use the lime really just depends on how juicy the lime itself is. So I'm going to do it that half, right here, this guy right here. And again guys, you can't do this wrong. So really it's just about what you like. If you like that tangy citrus lime flavor, put more lime juice in. And if you don't, skip on the lime juice. It's really easy. So like so. The lime juice is in. Now I'm going to put the seasoning of the salsa in. So you're going to get a little bit of red wine vinegar and pour a tablespoon in. Like so. Take some virgin olive oil, extra virgin, whichever you prefer, and we're going to do 2 tablespoons of this. Again, if you find that your salsa is a little bit runny, add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and it will thicken it a little bit, but don't overdo it. Right, so I'm going to blend this one more time. Like so. And then the last step is to salt to taste. So I'm just going to use my salt right here. I like a salty salsa. I know a lot of people have to watch their sodium intake, so this is also a step that you can just leave out if you're not big on the salt. There we go, like this. And I lied to you. Actually, one more blending just to get that salt all mixed in. Alright, and the final step, guys, is to enjoy what you've created. So as my sous chef is bringing me, we're going to dump this right in here, like this. And now that you know how to make this better than Mexican restaurant style salsa, you ready to blow your friends away? And just make sure you have enough chips to go with it. Enjoy. Delicious.